What's going on? It's RPL TV with your host Richie Ray, and thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. If you're on this channel, like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend, let them know what's going on. Again, I'm so appreciative of everybody watching, and on today's special episode, we have my boy in the building from the States, in Florida, from specifically Gainesville, my dog Louis Supreme.
Haven't seen you in a while, girl, you're on my mind. Yeah, you're always by my side. You my ride or die, can never lie. Oh, can you stay, can you stay, can you stay for the night? Haven't seen you in a while, girl, you're on my mind. Yeah, you're always by my side. You my ride or die, can never lie. Oh, can you stay, can you stay, can you stay for the night? Baby, on my mind each and every day. Suicide doors and we right away. Suicide doors, suicide doors. I was searching for some love and then I found yours. I feel a heart, I call it vital. I cross my heart on a Bible. All my exes turn to rivals. I shoot my shot, call that rifle. I'ma pull up in a big body range. You got all I want, girl, and more. Seen you in a while, girl, you're on my mind. Yeah, you always by my side. You're my ride or die, can never lie. Oh, can you stay, can you stay, can you stay for the night?
Stay for the night, I've been so alone. Every time you lie, hanging up the phone. I would've tried, but my heart's so numb. Holding the times in my mind all gone. Too many times I just wanna feel enough. I don't wanna try, I can tell this isn't love. You know you'll never feel the way we were before. I think it's time you finally let me close the door.
Haven't seen you in a while, girl, you're on my mind. Yeah, you're always by my side. You're my ride or die, can never lie. Oh, can you stay, can you stay, can you stay for the night? Haven't seen you in a while, girl, you're on my mind. Yeah, you're always by my side. You're my ride or die, can never lie. Oh, can you stay, can you stay, can you stay for the night?
Yo,
Give
what's
it up
good,
for my
bro?
dog Louis Supreme.
Dude,
What's
thank
going
you so
on,
much,
man?
Dude, thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Super appreciative to be back in Orlando. It's been since
man.
the last time I was here was doing the filming for the Anna Nicole music video, so that was pretty dope.
You
bro.
gotta tell me about the Anna Nicole music video.
Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I kind of had the idea going in, just going into it of like, yo, I want to look like kind of tough, but I'm also a pop and rap artist, so I kind of want to have that like liveliness to it. So I love the Orlando Eye, so I was like, yo, let's combine like this cool parking garage scene mixed with the Orlando Eye.
No, that was fire, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Ritual Productions. You need to start messing with them. They're crazy, killing it. This is the second time we worked with them. And man, it's
Yo, I appreciate you always
yeah.
reaching out.
Sure,
again, he's making music. They're streaming right now. Anna Nicole's
Anna
out
Nicole's
right now.
out,
Music
yeah.
video's out right now.
Dude, we just hit 160,000, bro. 160,000.
Talk to me, man. What does that feel like, man? Congrats.
Crazy, man. I never thought I'd be into having 160,000 views, and then like my last song having almost 170,000 streams just on Spotify alone.
Man. Good stuff, man.
Like it's crazy. Pre-pandemic, this wasn't
man.
even a thing,
tell me that
man.
process,
So,
man. Like we're in a place right now trying to discover who we are, like what path we're going, what we want to do. Nowadays with Metal World, you could be a lot of things. Tell me a little bit more about you and your style and your music.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I grew up in, right outside of Gainesville, Florida, in Alachua, Florida, a little small town. Shout out to Alachua.
Yeah, Gainesville.
Gainesville. So I rep Gainesville mostly because, again, not many people know Alachua. So Gainesville, I was there 9 times out of 10 in Gainesville anyway. So yeah, man. So Gainesville's crazy.
Yeah, growing up there, how do you feel like it molds your sound? Like, do you feel like there's an inspiration that comes from Gainesville? Honestly, bro, from being from Florida, dog, I've been to Gainesville one time, probably for your music
for the music video 2 years
I've
ago.
Been probably a couple times, man. But tell me about it, like your upbringing and all that, how it molds your music and all that.
For sure, yeah. So in Gainesville, I don't know, it's kind of country, in a way. So you got Gainesville, which is like the city-ish. There's not much, there's not really a skyline or anything like Orlando, but most people are going to be like, the jacked up truck thing. You're cool if you got that. I really wasn't into that. I was always, I grew up listening to like rock and pop. I actually didn't listen to hip hop until later in high school, and I think it was
a little bit of country music.
Nah, man, yeah, no,
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, like, man. Morgan Wallen, he's been crazy killing it. So him and Lil Durk hooked up. So I mean, they were on the same song. So
I told you get it all here, bro.
Yo, you never know. So they were on the same song. So if Morgan Wallen wants to,
you grew up more on the punk and the pop.
Yeah. So we grew up on, again, like I grew up with a church background, so I listened to like a lot of like, Christian rock and stuff like that. Bands like Skillet, Red, people like that.
Skillet,
yeah,
man,
dude.
They're huge.
Yeah, man. I remember I've seen
crazy.
them, dude. Yeah, they've just been awesome, killing it forever. But then I also grew up on the pop scene. Me and my brother always listened to like pop music. I grew up like a Disney kid, so I always like anything. Like my first concert ever. So my favorite artist when I was a kid, I wanted to be Jesse McCartney.
Talk to him.
I wanted to have that beautiful soul, I was trying to get the girls. And then my first concert ever was actually a Jonas Brothers concert.
Really?
In like 2012 in Tampa,
ever,
dude.
Jonas,
yeah,
bro.
dude. So yeah, it was pretty. I mean, that's
They're
what I
huge,
grew.
man. That group is big.
Hey, the pop thing.
Bro,
that's
I grew
why
up on
like,
that, man. My favorite show growing up, shout out Shia LaBeouf, man. Even
bro,
Stevens, bro.
Shia LaBeouf, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yo, facts, man. But you were telling me also about your family and you being in the faith. You're growing up in church as well, so you're around the Christian music.
For sure.
So you're around like singing as well.
Yeah. So I grew up.
You were singing. Do you sing?
So as a kid, I tried to do like when I was like 13 or 14, I tried to do this like Christian rock band, kind of like worship / rock band. It just didn't work. I knew nothing about music. I knew I wanted to sing, but my voice back then, I mean, this was like, you're just going through puberty. You don't know what.
You ever do a band?
Dude, I tried, man. I just didn't. It never got off the ground. So
what was the name of the band?
Bro, what was the name of it? I think it was called Scarred. I tried to like do a spoof off of like
a throwback, man. That's a super throwback.
Shout out to.
Yeah, man, gotta respect the origins,
man,
bro.
It's crazy.
So
I was not a good singer back then. Now my voice is more evolved. I'm more, I sound like an adult now. So sometimes.
Yeah, when you're making like even doing the music video as well, and like trying to make your sound, and you as an artist trying to create what you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you fuse the grittiness with the pop? Like,
man.
What's that balance like?
It's kind of like because there's not. I mean,
like,
there's people.
You know what I mean? Like grittiness, as in like for my viewers watching, like more of a hip hop ish, kind of street style, urban style, but then also mixing that pop weekend vibe almost.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, Post Malone. Shout out Post Malone. He was like
classic,
big inspiration. Also, again, that's why I ended up getting. I had Pair of Shadows on my last song, Stay for the Night. That's what kind of put me on the map. But shout out to him. He really, by doing that song with me, really put me on the map. So big shout out to him. But he was touring when I first saw his video. I saw, him on tour with Post Malone. I saw like a video of it, and then I watched the No Jumper interview that he did, like a whole vlog with Paris, and I was like, yo, it's like grunge, like pop mixed with rock, mixed with rap, and it's kind of like the Little Peep vibes, and I kind of like caught on late to that until Peep was gone, man. It kind of sucks, but yeah, I kind of wanted to put, like, when I first started making music, I wanted something that people are going to enjoy during like a night ride or going to the beach, but also like rap music. I mean, hip-hop's like the big thing. I love hip-hop. So it's kind of like you're trying to like put all those sounds together, which again, the pioneers of that have definitely been like Post, the Weeknd and stuff like that.
I feel like that's difficult. Like even in that genre that you're in, it's almost like a made up genre in the last 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of feel like we've made like our own sound because there's no, and I don't want to be like conflicted, to just stay in one realm. So I kind of want to, one day even branch out. Like I love drill music too. I love the Pop Smoke. I love the, when Kanye did 504 and collab, like, obviously, like Kanye too, like the Donda album. Like I love, that whole album. It inspired me like for clothes and sound. So like I kind of want to just keep growing and evolving. But yeah, lately it's been like on the pop vibes. Stay for the Night was very poppy. And Nicole was more hip hop, like, because I didn't like you do kind of music which is more like lyrical boom bap. So I was like, let's do something that sounds like a more of a diss track. Because
where's the peak that you're able to have confidence and switch to your style and know that this is your style? Growing up, listen to pop music. specifically rock music, and then transitioning over to hearing this new sound of Post Malone, listening to different rappers.
Yeah.
When did it switch over? Or what was that moment like? Is there a moment, or how do you know?
I mean, again, it's like as a kid, it was like late high school. The first rapper I think I ever listened to on the radio, I heard is a mix. I can't remember which one was first, but I heard Gucci Mane Lemonade, and then I heard Pitbull Hotel Room Service.
Yeah.
So like once I hit there, I was like, yo, hip hop is crazy.
Yeah,
so
Lemonade,
I was
that's
like,
catchy, man.
Yeah, man. So like back then, I wasn't making music at all. I actually didn't start until like right before the pandemic. So back then, I was like, man, if I ever make music, I want to make something that's different, just something, you know, because I don't want to be just like everybody else. You know, shout out to all the other artists in Florida or South Florida or Orlando or Ocala. Everybody does their thing, but I just want to be different because I kind of want to create my own lane because I'm not.
Do you ever feel like growing up you're running? Do you run into that you are different? Do you ever run into that? Like
I was always like, I would say like in high school and stuff. You know, middle school and high school. I was definitely kind of like on the in crowd, but I wasn't trying to be like them. I was just like I started to be more outgoing when I was like in late middle school. So I was kind of like always cool with people because they were like, yo, Kev's a cool guy. But I never, again, I wasn't doing music. The first thing I ever got into kind of like artistically was, like playing guitar. And that was when I was like 13 or 14. I'm not the best guitar player still to this day. My patience I got really sick guitars.
What would you say to somebody? What would you say to somebody like listening like that's trying to be encouraged and feel like,
man,
this is my sound, but I always feel outcasted or different.
Yeah.
What pushes Louis to be different and go against the grain? How do you get there? Confidence? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I always kind of struggled just being like transparent. Like I always struggled. I always related with Kanye when he said that everybody's self-conscious. I'm just the first to admit it.
Come on,
bro. Like that was that. I was always
bars.
like bars for sure. Shout out Kanye for sure. But yeah, so I'd always feel like always trying to mold to what people want. But I was like, at one point, I was like, man, why? Who cares, man? When I first started, when I first started with the hip hop, I was like, dog? Who cares? Like, bro, they're not the ones that are gonna be, they're not the real ones anyway, and they're probably not gonna listen. So I want to be like a good example for people and just be true to who I am, which is again making music that I would listen to. Like obviously as like a business aspect, you have to like cater to the crowds, but like if you're trying to make something creatively, like so if you're trying to make music that's just not you, it's not gonna sound good.
What's
like,
a don't? Give me a don't. What don't you do? What don't you do to get you that place? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So definitely again, like anytime somebody, because I've had people when I first started or even before I even made music, they're like, bro, like you could never be a rapper. Like number one, if anyone says you can't do it, I always took that as, anybody should take that as, I want to prove them wrong.
That's right.
I want to prove them wrong because, if you put your mind to it, it's going to like, I never thought I'd be sitting here with you who would have thought before the pandemic that I would be rapping? What the heck? Like, how did we even get here?
From Gainesville,
how did we get here? So like,
side.
And who would have, when I first started, I was
160,000 views.
When I first started, I was like, if I just got 1,000 listen, like if I just had 1,000 people listen to my song, I will be content and happy, and I will, And then that happened super fast. So it was like, wow, people actually do care. And it was like the first song I ever made, Be Alright, that Rich Soul Productions shot the music video for. So right. So like at the time I was kind of going through something, but that song alone was like so much genres mixed in one. But I was like, wow, I made something. That was the first song I'd ever made. And it actually did well streaming and the music video.
It's a great feeling when you finally make that song and you finally put out, it's your craft. You made it. You cried or got angry over it.
Yeah, man. Heartbreak will do it. I
heartbreak,
say,
right?
Bro,
heartbreak make the best songs.
Absolutely.
Y'all know what time it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just those moments, man. On this show, that's what I want people to feel. I want people to come on here and know who's Louis Supreme and what is he doing and what does he go through. And 160,000 views. So what?
Yeah.
What is the grind like?
That's just the start. Like we're always evolving as people. Like not just music, but like as people in general. We're always again, we shouldn't stay complacent, because once you start to get complacent, that's when everything goes south. Because for a while I was like, even like the moment that I dropped Stay for the Night, which again did like the first big like streaming ever, that getting over 100,000. And immediately though, when I dropped it, I was like, wow, I gotta keep going because I know that I'm gonna have to live up to this again.
Yeah, for sure. Accountability.
You're always just trying to get better and better. But again, that's same with life too. I mean,
Facts,
I sell jewelry for, a living as well. And so anytime that like you have a good month, you gotta get the rollie on, get the diamonds. So if you need jewelry too, hit me up. I got you. But
nice,
that's another thing. I never thought I'd be doing that either. It was always just a God thing of being at the right place, the right time.
But you were saying in getting into selling and jewelry that you were saying something that you were from selling and being a jeweler that you were able to
I was able to get into music because of that actually.
Into music.
That's how I was able to even get in like that was the problems that I never had like an into getting into the music game. I didn't have any friends in high school that make music, that record music, especially hip hop. Anyway,
you said when you became a jeweler, that over in the store they introduced you to the studio.
Yeah, so these customers of mine, shout out Chris and Cam, they're still a part of the team today that make everything happen.
You told me about that.
They're the most genuine people, and they were just like, "Yo, like if you want to come through the crib, like we got a studio." And so this is again like pre-pandemic,
and
like the week of the
being
pandemic.
A jeweler, you're just going to work.
Yeah, I just went to work.
Like,
I never thought
bad day, good day at work, and next thing you know, you run into these guys.
Yeah, so when I met Chris and Cam, they had a studio in the house, and they would, they've been recording music since they were a kid. Their dad even did it. So they had the whole setup, man. They had a nice like little studio set up in their house, and now their studio's gotten even crazier. They got a new house, and so again, I still recorded them to this day. I'm a big believer in like sticking with the same people that are true, that are loyal people. It's hard finding loyal people. So again, because of being at the jewelry store, I found them, which helped me get to where I am now. And I wouldn't even got to the jewelry store if I wouldn't have started modeling and working for, a company and doing modeling. So,
look at that.
Bro,
see?
So it's just
taking
like,
chances, man.
You always just,
bro,
take
come
risks.
on, man. That's fire.
Yeah,
love that.
That's what we should do all the time.
Love that.
Like,
love
again,
that.
like, that's
love
how
that.
I would have never met you. We wouldn't have been sitting here right now. So,
This is
crazy.
amazing, man.
Crazy.
Yo, I love that, bro. Speaking about things I love. Fashion. Love fashion.
Bro.
Tell me about the fit, man. What you got on?
Yeah. So honestly,
I know you went a little shopping.
Bro, we had to go a little shopping just for this. So just for y'all.
You know them Florida outlets. You know them Orlando outlets.
We had to get the Burberry. Got the new Burberry hoodie.
Nice.
But again, the biggest inspiration, Kanye, the Donda album. Love that album. I love the dark colors, and I love like the beige and the black colors that he was wearing. So like that's kind of influenced my style the last couple of years.
Love your bag, bro.
Dude. Bro,
what
got the Burberry bag. I wanted to get a new bag.
Thank you.
Oh,
it's for
last
you.
one, so I was like, I had to get it to match the hoodie and just match the whole fit. So,
fire, dude. What you
I
got?
know I'm Louis Supreme, but Burberry. Shout out Burberry.
You know how GQ does the 10 things in Louis Supreme's bag,
bro.
What you got, bro?
Let's see.
What you got in the bag?
Let's see what we got in the bag. So probably not much, honestly. It's an aesthetic, but you always my big staple. I love colognes. Like,
what does Louis have, bro?
Dude, got the Tiffany and Co.
Ooh,
Tiffany and Love. So if you want to smell good, guys, if you want to make your girls go crazy, Tiffany and Co. Let's see what else we got.
That's nice.
Always gotta have a little bit of cash. Not much.
That's nice.
Not much.
Yo, you about to pull a chapstick, bro?
Bro, no, maybe.
No, I'm just kidding, man.
I think it's in the car.
He said it's in the car.
Funny, speaking of Kanye,
oh, dang,
I saw this
the whole
at Snipes.
setup,
I had to grab this. Love me like Kanye loves Kanye. So if there's a girl out there, take that advice.
I like that.
Single, so we got that. And let's see. And then the last thing, the Prada sunglasses. So
no, don't put the hat there. Woo, this is fresh. This is clean, though.
I had to do the Tiffany
nice.
For the Tiffany, and then just finish it off with the Prada. So yeah,
nice.
Man.
Oh, you can put that little.
Yeah, man.
Got your little setup. Dang, man, that's clean. And you just told me that you got the some Air Forces that's coming too.
Yeah. So funny
next
enough,
thing you need to
there's
get
a funny
those Tiffany
story.
Air Forces.
I do. That's what I ended up getting was a Tiffany Air Force, bro. Yeah,
you check that out.
These things are crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. That's they're on sale. Woman size 8.
Size 8. If you need some Gucci, Adidas,
look up the price because if you look up the price, then I'll sell it for that price. Yeah. Otherwise, don't lowball me because I don't know.
They're brand new. If they were my size, I would totally rock them. But yeah, no, I literally had to buy this cologne. Honestly, this crazy. I know I'm crazy because I was trying to match everything. So when I got the Tiffany & Co. Nikes, I had to get the cologne, and then I had
That's
to get a hat to match it
hard.
too.
You're
so,
annoying, dog.
yeah, man, it gets pricey. It gets
Fresh.
pricey for sure. Just like jewelry, clothes, bro. I get into sneakers lately, and sneakers are costing me just as much as jewelry. I swear.
Yo, sneakers are crazy. Yo, let me know. I got you for some on the low, but like, seriously,
Yeah.
like the prices are high.
It's insane, man. I got a couple. I had the Virgil collab with the Nike, the green ones, and I had the blue ones, and then I had the Louis Vuitton Air Forces as well, which were pretty dope. So
Facts. Yo,
yeah, those are more expensive than jewelry though. So y'all need to lower the prices of some sneakers because it's making me go broke.
How do you? That's really huge on the show. Is like wanting to build whatever dream it is you have, right?
Yeah.
Biggest number one thing is money. That's the number one thing is money. How do you not saying you're perfect, not saying you got a whole accountant, but how do you go about your finances? What is something you can tell my viewers that you've learned with finances to help you achieve?
Honestly, man, like if you look, I studied business. Like I went to 2 years of college. While I was in high school, I did dual enrollment, and I studied business because I used to want to watch Wolf of Wall Street. I want to become a businessman.
Wolf of Wall Street,
so that's what made me want to sell too. So that's how
facts.
I taught myself
Sales
how to sell.
is huge, man.
So yeah, so I
Learn
always
a
look
lot.
at everything as like a business. Same going back to the music too. Like people, there's some really talented artists out there that are not reaching their full potential, in my opinion, because they're not marketing it at all.
Wow.
They just put it out, and it's like, yo, I mean, you gotta have obviously you gotta have like the extra. That's what I'm a jeweler as well. So you have that money that helps supply this, and kind of all intertwines. But yeah, so if you look at everything as a business, you should always just kind of be smart with your money. I kind of live
I had someone earlier on the show, Artemis. Shout out Artemis, great episode. Go check that out. And she was mentioning, before I'm an artist, I'm a businesswoman.
Yeah,
and I thought that was huge. It's not not everyone's like that, but I felt she was really emphasizing on that. Like,
you should look at you being an artist as like a business. So obviously a business can't grow without putting money into it. You gotta have promo. You got to do the music videos. You got to do all that. You got to have the nice fits, because without that, man, it's not gonna. The odds are taking off. Yeah.
Promo. Yeah. I know you got something for you.
We were just talking about this before the pod, dude. So I learned a valuable lesson from Snapchat. Love Snapchat. I use it every day. But I was about to send out.
Snapchat is toxic. Be careful.
No, it's very toxic. It's very toxic.
Just kidding.
So when I was releasing "Be Alright," I was about to put it out, and so I was waiting. I dropped the song. And then right then, all my friends used to, like, when they'd see something, they'd always just send it to me on Snapchat. So I'm like, okay, I had an idea. Let me go ahead and put the song on, just put it on my Snapchat story, but then also send it to all my top friends. And then let it spread like that too. So don't ever text and drive, by the way, because this is what led to this.
Texting and driving is worse than drinking and driving.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
What
because
happened?
especially when you use a Snapchat, because I sent it and I thought I was sending it to all these people individually. But no. I put it in a group chat with probably 50 people in it at least. And it was I was like, oh no. I realized right after I was like,
send it, you think it's individual.
Because I'm like, wow.
That almost happened to me the other day.
Bro, I thought it was going to turn into a I Hate Louis Supreme collab with everyone. Yeah. But
like with ex-girlfriends.
Bro,
and
it was like tons of, there was girls in there. So I was like, wow, they're going to start talking about how much we don't like Kev. But no, it actually turned out to be a really good promo, and I just watched the numbers then on like Spotify and SoundCloud and all that just start going up, and it was just and it became like literally like a friend group. I had people in Indiana, in Belgium.
Or you said they were asking each other,
bro,
like yo,
everybody was like, yo, how
like
do you know
interacting?
Kev? Yeah, how do you know Louis Supreme? How do you know Kev?
Oh my gosh.
And so, bro, I swear to God, people dude, this is the craziest thing. This is not what it intended to be, but these two guys end up realizing that they live not too far, and one sold drugs and trying to use this as like a marketing scheme for himself. Dude, it was the craziest
like,
group
yo,
chat.
by the way, holla at me.
Bro. So it was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it was all night. Just
for
this,
sure.
This chat was going on, but
yo,
yeah, man,
facts.
it was a good time. I don't know where that chat went. I think I deleted it, but it is out there somewhere.
So
I think.
Do you recommend it?
Go with your discretion.
Right.
Do not add people into a group chat, because I found out that you cannot delete this thing. I sent an email to Snapchat They never got back with me, by the way. And I was like, yo, you gotta take this down. My life's over.
From Gainesville emailing Snapchat.
Bro, I was like, yo, we gotta call a lawyer. We gotta do something because my life's over.
Emailing. Yo, have you ever emailed Snapchat? You're crazy.
Bro, it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
I think it just sends away and just they don't even look at it.
Oh, man.
But
That's
but it
hilarious.
actually ended up working. So again, that was a good marketing scheme. If you want to try it again, try it at your own discretion.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of marketing, the best marketer in the world, Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned him a couple times, man. I
Yeah,
know you
yeah.
mentioned Donda as well, how
Yo,
much you
Donda's
love that
crazy,
album. A lot of
bro.
people be hating on that album.
That's
You're
an amazing
crazy.
album.
The album is like a freaking movie. It sounds cinematic
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
It's literally like you feel like you're watching a movie through the whole thing.
Yeah,
You're
it's
watching,
good.
like,
It's probably not like Kanye's or ideal album, but
Yeah.
it's great music.
exactly. And it was like he really transformed. Like
And-
again, that was like he took the drill sound and mixed it with old Kanye, mixed with gospel. Because I got to see Kanye
The dude
when
had
he
the locks.
bro.
The man had the
bro,
locks
it's
on it, bro.
Crazy.
But like
man.
with Donda and you getting that darker style or
Yeah.
the Yeezy fashion,
Yeah.
with all that collective, what is the message and the image? Not even say image, just what would you want the world to grab from Louis Supreme?
Yeah. So again, like
When
using Kanye as an example, like he's one of those that he's gonna speak his mind, and he's he's a genius. So obviously, he's very misunderstood sometimes, but he's not afraid to really take chances. So that's what I kind of like.
For
take,
sure, that's
I
without
kind
a
of take
doubt.
that. He is like
He's the risk taker for sure, number one in the
crazy.
world.
Starting
a little
easy
too crazy
and then,
sometimes, bro. I love Kanye though. That's my guy. But Kanye, you need to chill sometimes. Right here, this guy. I love you.
I
love you.
He said that, not me, Kanye. He said that, not me. We're cool. We can do a song anytime.
He said,
So we can do a song anytime. No,
I'm saying we could do. No, I'm just
Bro,
kidding.
it was crazy because I got to see Kanye actually at my favorite church of all time. I got to see him at Joel Osteen's church. Again, grew up in the church. I always wanted to go there.
That's amazing to see that. That's crazy.
I got to see him for
dude.
Jesus is King.
I watched that service.
Crazy,
Like
bro.
online, like that when it came out. I definitely.
I literally had a 3-day notice before I went there, and I was
3-day
like, I had a
notice?
3-day notice. I found out he was going, but I've for years and years I've been wanting to go to that church, and I felt led like you need to go because Joel is so inspiring. It helped me through a lot of dark times and very inspiring person. So I was like, I need to go there, but then I saw Kanye was going. And I was like,
I have to go.
I have
there.
to go. So I took off work. Thank goodness. Like I had somebody's able to cover for me. I got Spirit Airlines. That was a little sketch getting there. But you know what? We were flying on the
shout out
Spirit from day one.
Hey, you got it's all on Spirit.
It was on the Holy Spirit.
It's all on Spirit, baby.
But
hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
We got there. It was cheap. It was cheap.
$79
flight,
to take you back and forth.
Probably,
baby.
man. Yeah, no free snacks.
For 3 days notice.
3
man.
days. So I went out
what's
there.
What's it like getting there,
bro? So I went there, and thank goodness they had a hotel right across, it shared the same parking garage as the church in Houston. And so I got there, and I didn't know. I found out the day I got there that you had to claim a ticket online. So it was a free concert. But people were starting to scalp the tickets because these hype beast people got these tickets, and were just trying to sell
church tickets.
Crazy,
like
bro.
shoes.
And so I didn't know this, and I started to freak out. And so I go to the 2 morning services. Kanye spoke at the beginning one, and I saw so many people get saved. So whoever talks bad about Kanye being crazy or whatever, he's just very misunderstood in my opinion because I saw him tell his testimony. And he's just a real dude.
What was that moment like for you? That's
it gave me chills. Like I still have it saved on my Insta. You can go on my Insta and check out when I went to Houston.
Yeah.
And so
That's cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And so I again went from having no ticket that morning service. I set like 5 rows actually because I was able to get there early. You didn't need a ticket obviously for church in the morning. So I set like 5 rows behind Kanye. It was crazy. So I got to see like Kim K and all these like crazy stars there.
Wow,
but
close.
I saw, it was wild.
Yeah,
and so
man.
he told his testimony, and I was just seeing like this whole building, thousands of people just getting saved like crazy from his testimony. And I was like,
It's
this
like
dude
remixing the songs
dude,
and like doing all.
So then, that was in the morning, and so he told his testimony, and then later that night again. 2 hours leading up to it, I still had no ticket to get in the door. And I looked outside my hotel room, I could see like a mile-long line of people waiting to get in. And because it was like first come, first serve. You had to have a ticket, and then you like find your seat, and you can claim it. There was no like certain seat you were getting. So we go, it was crazy. It was like a crazy, wild experience. So I made friends with this really cool group of people that morning, and they end up getting 2 VIP wristbands. His brother knew somebody with Kanye's people, but they had 2 VIP wristbands, but there were 6 of us in the group. So I'm like, wait, so how are we going to get in? Because again, I didn't have a ticket. I found a dude on eBay selling this ticket, and I was like, yo, I'll pay you whatever. He ended up giving me the ticket for free, number one. Like, I guess, felt led from the spirit. It was God.
Yo,
he gave me the ticket. He was like,
hold
hey,
on,
man,
you go on eBay.
I go on eBay, of all
and
places.
You find yourself a guy with a tick, and
he just gives it to me. I was willing to pay him $100, whatever.
Awesome.
He just gave it to me. So then I go down, I call the guy that I met that morning, and he was like, yo, come down. We have 2 VIP wristbands. But again, I get down there, I see there's 6 of us. I'm like, how is this going to work? He's like, don't worry, it's going to work. Yeah, all right. So we get up there to like the VIP line. Everybody gets through. It's me and him left that we have to get through because the way he was like, we just show the wristband and pass it backwards. And again, I don't condone trying to break rules or anything, but you do what you got to do sometimes, you know. But so
I'm just trying to go to church, bro.
I'm just trying to see Kanye and see Jesus, you know. So we go and it gets up to me and this one dude, and they stop us and they're like, yo, we see what y'all are doing. And so they pull us aside, and I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. We're not even going to get in at all. But then his girl at the time found this couple that had 2 extra wristbands.
Yo, my man going through the most to make this happen.
I feel like when I was there, I had like goosebumps. I was like, no way this is happening. So they throw the wristbands over, and we literally get the wristbands, we get back, and we get into the arena. How crazy is that? I end up sitting right next to Kanye's choir. Like, I was closer to the stage than Kim K was, if you think about it. Like, it was wild.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, if you want to see it again, go on my Insta. You can see that little, like, memories from that.
I'm really big on my faith, man, too.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's, like, really cool, man.
Yeah.
But, yo, we're going to wrap this up here. I'm humbled, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you
Definitely.
for coming,
Yeah,
man.
thank you so much,
sharing your stories. But,
Anytime.
you know, on that faith topic, man, you know, with everything we're doing, what is that experience like for you, that inspiration? Like, what do you leave with, like, and what can you give us today from an experience like that, or just in general, based on your faith and, you know, what the journey's been like for you?
Again, just never, you know, again, kind of from that story too, just don't ever give up, because like at that time, you know, again, getting into that concert, like I could have just been like, whatever, you know, like we're not getting here, because I hate being around people that are just like Debbie Downers about everything, man. I hate that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So
you gotta come out. Gotta come out.
I hate that, man.
Get them out of here.
Yeah, so you honestly surround yourself with good people, because again, like I was saying, I started out with the original 2 people that helped me get into music, and that's who I've been rocking with.
That's what's
They've
up,
helped
man.
me so much.
Loyalty.
But again, surround yourself with good people. Again, keep God first. You know, if you do that, I believe, you know, again, I know some people don't believe it, but you know, if you keep God, from my experience, if you keep God first,
man.
He'll take you places you never dreamed of. Again, I never thought I'd be sitting here.
Big facts,
you know,
man.
with all of this. You know, again, it's been a God thing. It's been a journey, and it's just starting, bro.
It's a God thing.
It's a God. We're just starting, bro. So yeah, again, you know, I'm glad people are gonna, you know, find my music, and hopefully, again, anybody that listens to it, I can kind of be like an inspiration to anybody out there. Like, yo, you can be this dude from the middle of nowhere, outside of Gainesville. Again, not even growing up, like,
man.
making music,
just having a bad
know.
day at the jewelry store, trying to get some money's worth.
Yeah,
and you just got some friends come in, and
it's crazy.
You know, good things happen from one moment. I'm pretty sure you had many moments too in your life that definitely got you, man.
Yeah,
got you there, man. You know what, man? To wrap this up, let my viewers know where they could find you. Let them know anything that you didn't tell them on the show today. New music. I know you had talked about an EP.
Yes.
Let the viewers know, man.
Definitely, man. Again, thanks for letting me be here. So coming out soon. This is the first time I'm talking about it, so this will be the first time anybody's heard. But I'm gonna have an EP coming out called Heartbreaks and Designer. It's gonna have some of the songs that I have out now. It's gonna have Stay for the Night on there. It's gonna have Love It, Anna Nicole, and there'll be some new tracks on there as well. Again, check out Anna Nicole. Check out Love It, and again, Stay for the Night. I love that song. Literally, again, shout out Pair of Shadows. Shout out Tasty Beats as well. That dude literally has killed it on all the beats, man, making it just sound really crispy. He was literally, again, working, you know, I grew up, you know, since I was 18 listening to Caskey. Shout out 407.
Yes, sir.
You know, shout out
Caskey
Orlando.
was good.
Caskey has been like a
Caskey,
big inspiration.
I told you I wanted to do some videos for you.
Bro, and it's going to happen. So
up.
soon, the Caskey collab is going to happen soon. Louis Supreme, Caskey with Tasty Beats on. It's going to happen soon, so stay tuned. It's going to happen.
Shout out Rose too. You know, that's how we
Chris
met.
Rose, yeah.
Shout out my dog Chris
That dude
Rose.
has literally helped me so much with not only just writing, with beats, I mean, he's killed it on your songs as well, bro.
Yes, sir.
So,
Holla at Chris Rose.
yeah,
man.
so definitely shout out to all those people, all the inspiration. But again, thanks for everybody who's just made me get to where I am now. I never would have dreamt in a million years I would see the views and have the influence that I do now, bro. So thank you so much. So again, go stream all streaming platforms, Louis Supreme. On Insta, Louis Supreme 352. On TikTok as well, Louis Supreme 352.
Yes,
so don't miss out on all the new things.
Y'all know what time it is.
You know what's up. So again, thanks for letting me. It's good to be back in Orlando. So hopefully we'll do some shows or something.
Yes,
out here
sir.
soon,
Y'all
man.
already
Do
know
something.
RPO TV with my boy Louis Supreme.
Dude,
he got Anna Nicole
so.
out streaming on all platforms. Ritual Productions on the music video.
Yes, sir.
We love
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
This camera right here. Peace.